Hello! I'm on the ceiling. Welcome in. My light's not on. How's it going, everybody? My name is Dean Dane. I will be your friendly local streaming guy here today. Hi. You might notice, hey, Dean Dane, what's up? Seems like you got a lot of energy today. Yeah, I slept for 11 hours last night, gang. Because I felt like shit around midnight and just passed the fuck out. And then I woke up and I did work. Then I took a 1 hour nap on my lunch break, and then I did more work, and then I passed out after work. So I'm like flying right now. Um, yeah. So welcome in. We're gonna be playing Strangers of Paradise, which is a Final Fantasy Origins game with our good friends Ashwood Audio and Jazzy Smooth. Yeah, so it was like 13 though, Mike. Isn't that crazy? 13 hours of sleep. I'm invincible. So apparently the secret to me feeling good, I just need to always get 13 hours of sleep. But some of those hours have to occur during my workday, apparently, because I'm not going to do it after work. Let's be real here. Aku, welcome in. You know what that means? Aha! I'm doing it. I'm doing it twice. Oh no! Catch it in time? But here's the thing, Mike. It's not that I got enough sleep, because I don't think I'm going to ever be able to get 13 hours of sleep regularly, right? But, I mean, okay. I need one of y'all to make it big, get rich, get wealthy, hire me to work like 4 hours a day. But I promise you, those 4 hours will be incredible. Because I'll have gotten 13 hours of sleep the night before. Hydrate or hydrate. Thank you, Empress. Sold. All right, let's go. Yeah, because, to quote a voice of our generation, today, it was a good day. Oh. Well, I mean, Mike, if that's a good, I mean, that's a better deal for me. I'm just letting you know I'm willing to trade my labor for ducats. I'll do whatever you want. You want to have a DM on standby all the time? I got you. You want me to stream for 4 hours? I got you. Whatever it is you need, man. Where I see it, if someone's paying for it, I'll do pretty much whatever they want to POS standards. Right, Empress? Yeah, like I don't, you know, as a real quick aside before we get into the game, before we meet up with Jazzy and Ashwood, I don't love working. I never really have. It's not something that like fills my cup. And I understand like everyone's like, oh, I hate my job. I hate working. But there are some people out there who love what they do. My mother and my stepfather both loved their jobs. The fact that my mom's still working, my stepfather's retired due to some medical reasons, but like he loved what he did. And my mother loves what she does. She does it every day. She wakes up, like, her and I were talking one day, and I was like, Ma, like, I don't like working. I don't enjoy it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't have to. And she was like, oh, really? Well, that's too bad. Like, you don't wake up out of the bed, like, ready to go and excited to be awake and go to work? And I was like, never. Not once. The two exceptions that I can think of, Extra Life, because that is work, in a way. I'm always excited. I'm always stoked. It's fucking Christmas for me. And then working at conventions and hanging out, like helping friends with their projects, right? That does fill my cup quite a bit. But yeah, she's like, oh, like I would say probably 85% of the time, I wake up out of bed just excited to go to work. And I was like, I have never felt that, mother of mine. I love you so very much. But yeah, no idea what that's fucking like. So I grew up with that, right? I grew up with two people in my household who loved what they do and loved working and was like, yeah. So my brain was like, yeah, one day I'm going to find the thing, the magical thing that makes me want to go to it every day and work for 8 hours. And gang, not yet. Has not happened yet. Aku, I love that for you. I wish I had that. I just don't. I liked teaching. Teaching was probably as close as I've come to a vocation. But this is gonna sound like the stupidest fucking thing. Like, all the rules around what could be taught really harshes my mellow. And not that I'm like out here like corrupting the youth of Athens, a la Socrates, but even, I mean, right now at certain schools you can't teach Plato, for crying out loud. Like, that's fundamental in my mind. Not even just philosophy, but like history too, right? Like my degrees are in Eastern history, and there's not a lot of places that want an Eastern history teacher, at least not here in the States. Yeah, and that's what she said too, right? My mom was like, you know, I don't always love it. There are bad days, and there are times where I don't like doing it, but I always am excited to go to work. And I was like, that's crazy. But I'm glad you enjoy working. I'm glad that you like working. I enjoy, how to put this? I don't know if this is the right terminology, right? But I enjoy laboring. I enjoy working towards something, but I don't enjoy working. And it just feels like under capitalism, I can't work towards something. So like, helping a friend move, happy to do it. Makes sense. I'm maybe not excited, but like willing to do it, and it fills my cup. Helping a friend with one of their projects, right, or cracking a code, or doing something to help somebody else out, I'm down for. I want to be of service. I don't want to work, I think is what it is. Wait. Yeah, goal-oriented. The hard part is I'm not much of a self-starter. It's hard for me to motivate myself. But if I know that, like, Aku, if you're like, hey, I really need you to, I don't know, get 13 hours of sleep tomorrow. If I knew that like something that was important to you was riding on it, I would be able to do it no problem. I'm very group motivated and group oriented that way. Panda must also work, at least a little bit, for much the same reason. Interesting. I don't love my job now. I love working at Phoenix Fire though. All the customers and games and staffs were so fun. I have to work, though. I can't not for mental health. I have to have someone telling me what to do, and I have to socialize. Now, I will say, right, I do need socialization. I am very much an outside boy, and very much like, big, I've been told, golden retriever energy. So socialization is paramount. And right now I work from home, which I don't get as much as I need. Just typically why I always find things to do to fill my time. And it's also one of the reasons I started streaming, to be honest. I was going nuts in the pandemic. And I was like, fuck it. Go live. Hit the button. Let's do this. Let's talk to people. I'm lonely. So that makes sense to me. I feel like I could find other avenues, right? Like, I wouldn't need, I don't know. I need the socialization, but I don't need to work. Work towards something, maybe. Like, straight up, if I won the lottery, right? Pie in the sky, I think I'd start a nonprofit. Because I think that that's a way that I could do some good, try to, make the world a little bit better place, and it would give me something to do. And I don't know what this nonprofit would do, right? I haven't quite cracked that code, but I would just hire my friends. You got a cool idea for a tech class you want to run for kids? Let's do it. You want to, I don't know, like, if we can tie it back to charity, I'd do it in a heartbeat. See, I don't know. I'm not sure what I would do, but that's kind of the direction in my musings, the direction that I'm leaning is like, yeah, let's start a nonprofit and just try to make things better as we can. Had a French braid? Okay, I can try. 100 backflips. Okay, I'll start working on that. You're a freaking hermit. I'm a friend who is always down. Please invite me to things. Gotcha. That makes perfect sense. Keeping that in mind, Empress, I will make sure to invite you more often. Because I'm very much like, my family was very much so door open, right? Where it's like, oh, your friend doesn't have a place to go for Thanksgiving? They're our family now. Come in. Or, so like, my brain is just like, yeah, show up. You're always welcome. I'd love to see you. But I understand that's not how people work. Some people are vampires and need to be invited in. Hell yeah, Aku. I used to work for a number of them, actually. Unfortunately, the one thing I didn't like about working for a nonprofit was fundraising, but I feel like if I win the lottery, we don't really super have to worry about that, or we can fundraise at a higher level, where I don't feel like I'm always asking little people, little folks, non-corporation folks, to give us money. We go to sponsorships and larger companies and go, yeah, you get a tax write-off. Help us, give us money. That sounds great. Yeah. Oh, dude, fundraising and grant work. You're not wrong. Woof. I completely agree. Those were my least favorite parts about it. I did enjoy it, right? And it was nice to feel like I was making a difference. That, and, I mean, I'll be honest, my pay was garbo for the two that I worked for. Um, which should be the case to a degree, right? Like, one should not be getting rich. But then the CEO was taking home like millions of dollars. So, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. This feels like people should be able to make a living. I get it. But there's a certain point where you call yourself something and bring home a six-figure salary, and it's like, I don't. A six-figure plus salary. I don't really know how we rectify that, but could play Midnight, but I can't right now. I gotta play Stranger of Paradise. The little people. Shut up, Mike. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. Yes. It's no concern of mine if your family has. What was it again? Food? Right. It's no concern of mine if your family has food. You should have thought of that before you became peasants. Of course they are. They're always ready for me. I'm talking to my chat. They can fucking wait. You hear me, Jazzy? You're listening. Hear me, Ashwood? You might not be listening.